In this tutorial, we'll see how to send a simple configuration line using iOS config module, how to create an idempotent configuration line, and how to enable backup options in iOS config. To send the configuration lines, we need to use this particular option. Here we can see the command must be the exact same commands as found in the device running config to ensure idempotency. During the execution of the task, Ansible validates the lines of configuration sending from here against current running config of the device. If it is same, Ansible try to avoid making unnecessary changes to the system. This is called idempotency. So idempotent task can run multiple times without causing unnecessary changes to the device. So we'll start writing the code. We'll go to VS Code, and here I have a new file 01 config lines. Here we'll be executing tasks on the routers. I have disabled the facts gathering. I'll create a task called configure domain name. We'll use the command IP domain name for checking idempotency. Here we need to use the module cisco.ios.ios_config. That is the module name. Here we need to give lines, and we'll execute the command IP domain name, and I will call this test domain.com, and we'll register this to a variable domain config, and here we'll try to print the output. We'll give the variable domain config, save it, and we'll try to run this particular task for configuring IP domain name Ansible playbook, and directory is 07 iOS config demo, file name is 01. Enter. So here we can see a message saying that to ensure idempotency and correct diff, the input configuration lines should be exactly same as the current running config. We can verify that in the device running config. I'll go to Ubuntu machine. I have already logged into 𝗣𝗚OS 61. Here we'll give IP domain name, and we can see the current config. It is same as this particular line. If we try to run this task again, the change status will be 0. So now we can see here changed is 0. So in this way, Ansible will try to avoid unnecessary changes to the system. Now if I change this command to IP dom name, if you execute this command also, it will configure domain name. We'll try running this. We'll start getting idempotent message again. So here now this is trying to change the config. If you try running this again it will say changed, because Ansible is not able to validate this particular line against current running config of the device. You need to make sure you are giving the complete command. For example, while configuring interface and all, we need to give the exact command IP interface or interface gigabit 00. You need to give the complete command to make it idempotent. Now we'll see the backup option. We'll go to the documentation, and for the device configuration backup, first we need to enable backup. We need to give backup true. If you give backup true, by default it will be creating a directory called backup. We'll check that option. Here within the task, I'll give backup yes, save it. We'll try running. Now the status will show us changed, because it will be always trying to create the backup files, you can see it is creating with the hostname _config, then the date and time. In the documentation, we can see there are some backup options available. We can customize the directory path or the file name. We'll see those options. I'll give backup options, and here we'll give dir path, and here we'll give // and the directory name of this, copy, / we'll put it in another directory called bkp. And if you want to change the file name, we can give file name. First we'll try to use the inventory host name. We can give inventory _host name. If you want to add the IP, now we can customize this however we want using all the Ansible facts variables. If you want to add even the IP information, we can give that. For that we can give Ansible _SSH_host, and we'll give config.txt. Save it. Now we'll try to run this. Now this is creating separate folder for the device, and here we need to give an underscore. Save it. We'll delete the previous files. We'll even delete the backup directory. Here if you see, we don't have any timestamp. In the previous output, the default backup output, there was timestamp. To get the timestamp, we can use lookup plugin. We can use lookup plugin to retrieve data from multiple sources. For example, if you want to get some data from file, or you need to get it from template, variable, all these kind of lookups are there. That we'll see later what is lookup plugin and how to use it. Here we'll use a lookup pipe plugin to get the Linux terminal command. Before writing the lookup plugin, we will execute same command in the Linux terminal. Here I'll give first date command. From the Ansible controller, I'm getting the current date and time, and we can customize it using this. We can format it however we want. So we'll use this particular format, and to execute that from Ansible, we can use lookup plugin. I will call this print date and time Ansible dot built-in dot debug message we'll use lookup, and we'll be using pipe for executing the Linux shell command. Then we need to give this command. So this will be executing the command in the Linux terminal where we are running Ansible server. First we'll see the output of this. Save it. We'll try running the playbook again. So here we can see current date and time. Now we'll try to put same data in the backup file name. Copy this. Here I'll put the lookup plugin, save it. We'll delete the previous backup files. We'll try running the playbook again. Now configuration backup is getting created with timestamp. Now if you want to put each device configuration in a separate directory, I'll copy this particular variable, the inventory host name. We can put it here, give a slash, save it. We'll try to run the playbook. Now this will be creating separate directory for each device and adding the backup. Now if you try to run this again, this will add a new backup file in the directory. In this way, you can customize the backup options and add timestamp into the file name.